Jaden the Jewel to break off. In frame 1 of match number 3 on the night, he's going to make a ball, and he and Savanah Lowe have left themselves a pretty stinking finish, at least at first glance. He made a ball at the bottom right of the table, but he's looking at yellows, is Jaden, and you can see why. But that yellow on the right side cushion is a problem. Can he screw up into it off this next shot, or is there another alternative? His issue, if he does that, he's got to land up to the north of the table. Looks like he is absolutely playing that shot, and well, he'll take that. It couldn't have come out really all that much better.
It's come out nice, isn't it? Still needs another very good shot. The yellow actually nearest the 8 ball, unless that goes somewhere else, actually a little bit fiddly. And if you can't take the one nearest the top left now because you're going into the red, so you're going to have to take the thinner one and find a line here.
That's a lovely shot.
Yeah, if that goes right centre, which I think it does, then it's fine. I actually thought that the shot might have been to play that just a little bit more right-hand side, maybe target the red. And
yeah, full in the face.
Yeah, but it looks like it's worked out.
Not sure if you can access the yellow to top left, so it might just be a thinnish shot right centre next. No, he's okay. Cue ball smaller than the object ball helps that, which it still is, a reminder. Sometimes a point of confusion with the new Dssphere balls, but worth pointing out, the balls remain exactly the same size that they always have. Cue ball is smaller than the object balls. Do play a touch heavier than the old set that Ultimate Pool used, but you still have that light white. But it's not that light, Savanah.
Yeah, just needed to slide by it. Don't know whether she potted that on the straight side of the pocket or not, but the difference of going the other side of the pocket is sliding by or not. Big difference.
Yeah, Jaden trying to get the potting side of that yellow, which wasn't easy, without going very close to that red, and he turns the table over to 𝗬𝗎𝗡𝗘 and Sammy Hogg.
I can almost sense another conversation about the mixed pairs Scotch frame when we next get in the studio.
Sav will be absolutely gutted with that shot that she's played, because for me, she's been the player of the night on the women's side so far. She's been excellent.
She's been the player on the night, full stop.
Yeah,
until that shot.
Yeah, you can definitely make that case. You can definitely make that case. And yeah, I think she'll be so disappointed. It's a shot that's completely in her wheelhouse.
Got to go up the table first here. 2 straight on the one at the bottom of the table. Well, putting a little bit of pressure on Jake here. How's your cueing? Tester coming up.
Yeah, after that first shot that he played tonight, I wouldn't be too hopeful. Oh dear. Oh, Jakey. Has he had a touch? I'm not sure he has.
Yeah, he has, I think. I don't think that's on. A very lucky boy.
Oh, he's had some form there. Because those are ones, aren't they, where they are just edgy in their very nature. When they're gun barrel straight, it puts a sort of different kind of pressure on you as a player. And you start thinking all sorts of stuff, don't you? You think, well, it's so straight, so as long as my back arm goes completely straight, I'm fine. And all that sort of stuff enters the back of your brain.
Oh, absolutely. It was just, you just got the little sense as soon as he got left like that.
Well, I thought
not again. Not again. No. It's gone past it. I thought another miss and snooker coming up.
Well, Savanah gets the chance to take the first frame of the match. And that's well played. So 1-0 to Jaden and Sav. And they've been disappointed with the fact they didn't take that out the first visit, because that's the level they'll feel they're capable of operating at. But they got the job done in the end.
Yeah, well, it's a strange one, isn't it? Because, yeah, they want to get it done in one visit. But look at, you know, Jake's wry smile there is because he knows he's made a big error. Hurts your opponent more if they have a great chance like that and they don't take it. So in a strange way, from a sports psychology perspective, for Jaden and Savanah, it's better this way round, but only because it hurts their opponents more.
Oh, disaster. Sammy's tried to throw absolutely everything at that and has slid straight off the pack. Almost looks like he caught on the volley. The cue ball just caught the side of the pack in the air and it's just glanced off it.
Trying to hit it too hard, you lose all control, all shape, and complete miss it. You see it so often. Jaden should not be entertaining this layout at all. Yeah, he's not even remotely interested.
A frame like this, it's sort of, in a way, it kind of favours Jaden, because both players are going to get multiple shots at it, and he gets the chance really to bend the frame to his will. And Jaden will be thinking here, the level he's at, pro winner, one of the best players in the world, this should be a frame that he wins 100 times out of 100.
Well, I always think in these situations, from Jaden's side of the table here, you don't want to give it to your opponent easy. So what the last thing he can do here is chase a low percentage finish. If you chase a low percentage, then, and you don't get it, which you're not going to get a certain percentage of the time, a high percentage of the time, then you are going to make the game easy for your opponent. Make your opponent have to work incredibly hard to win this frame. Yeah,
and that's where we talk about the match play. That's where it comes in the mixed pairs, more than probably any other tournament, especially the Monday night ones.
And it's also, and I don't disagree with the top players in the world very often, but I do in this situation. The top players in the world, I don't care who I'm playing. It adds even more weight when you're playing somebody that you should have a superiority over, which Jaden has against everybody in the field tonight. You know, I'm not being disrespectful there, he does.
No, of course.
You know, the only way, you know, the worst way he can go is to play uber aggressive. I think you play the player, and I think most of the top players will say they never play the player because they're so used to playing the top players, but I do think when you go down levels, you should play the player.
Yeah, and that looks like exactly what Jaden's doing. Really, it's sensible, this, it really is. And I've thought for a long time, I think Jaden has got an incredible temperament, and his decision making out there under pressure, I think, is exceptional. It's one of the things that's made him stand out as a young player for a long time, because he wasn't just whizzing around the table, taking on all sorts of finishes and showing off how talented he is. He's got the whole package. And this frame is showing that as well. He's in no rush whatsoever. He's under no pressure whatsoever to get this done quickly. His partnership leads. This frame is horrible. And he knows he has a huge advantage over the player in the other chair. That's right, what you said a moment ago, Si. There's no disrespect whatsoever, but Sammy Hogg is playing in the sort of the mid-pack of the Women's Challenger Series, and she's playing a guy who's been touted as a future world champion and is a recent, very recent pro winner, one of the best players in the game. Jaden has the advantage, and now he can really get to work because colours are assigned. One thing you would say is you'd probably rather be red, so now Jaden does have to get to work.
I think it's still, I mean, he's not going to take anything on, so I don't think the colour set matters at this point in terms of there's no superiority in being reds or yellows. He's just going to keep making it horrible. Just keep doing it. Keep balls on the table. Just keep containing and let that clock tick down. The one thing you will say, the longer the clock ticks down, the more pressure gets ramped up on Jaden to actually win the frame when he decides to go. You either go ahead and run the clock all the way down, or if there's a point where he goes, now's my time to go and win it, he's got to get it. Otherwise, he might be setting his partnership up for a problem if he doesn't get it. So just keep containing for me. No attempt, by the way, of potting that. That was all about the cue ball and just nudging that yellow down the cushion. This frame right now will be absolute torture for Jake Cooper, especially considering he missed the 8 ball, straight 8 ball in the opening frame. That if Jaden's 1-0 down in this situation, it's a completely different scenario, completely different. And that miss in the opening frame, and he can't do anything about it. All he can do is sit and watch. Gets a good snooker here. It's tough to hit because it's quite a long stretch to cue over the 8 ball to get the easy 1 cushion. And it's actually hard if you don't go the 1 cushion. Not entirely sure what red she's trying to hit going here. Okay, trying to get lots of side on to hit the little cluster on the right-hand side. Well, now they've opened. This is where the pressure just swings a little bit, because I think Jaden's going to be tempted here. There's jeopardy because the reds are all but out as well. Just that 1 by the 8 ball that might need a little nudge. So there is jeopardy on this with 7.5 minutes to play. But this layout should be very much within his wheelhouse. It really should be. Yellow by the 8 ball. He's just mindful of it. Obviously it goes bottom left once the other yellow's out the way. If the yellow directly above it goes to right center, good connector. But even if it doesn't, you've got the 2 in the middle connect so nicely to the 1 by the 8 ball. Should be okay. Where's the 8 ball going? I think it only goes bottom right from roughly where he is now, a little bit higher perhaps. If he goes to the middle here, then he's leaving an awkward angle to play the 1 on the bottom to get on the 8 ball, because the 8 ball doesn't go where that cue ball wants to go. So he's having to play it this way round and having to hit the gap. But, I mean, perfection. Natural dead weight gets him on the simple 8 ball. That really was a tactical masterclass from Jaden. It looks nothing. Contain, 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 contain. Force mistake. Gets the mistake. Punish. And he went because the balls had opened up in the mistake being made. If they hadn't have opened up, he would have just kept containing until they do. That's the advantage of winning the opening Scotch frame.
And there comes up again that pesky little opening Scotch frame. He's sensing a theme. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, and it changes the complexion of the matches, doesn't it? The task here for Savanah isn't go and win a frame of pool against 𝗧𝗢𝗡𝗚𝗚. The task here is, can you take 3 or 4 minutes off the clock?
15-second shot clock in play.
Don't get me wrong, if the finish is on, go and take it out, but make sure you're taking it out on the beeps. Essentially, win it or lose it slowly. A bit more pace on that one would have been nice. Play on one of the two to left centre, the two together. Might have made life a little bit easier. Still all go, still very much on. Problem is, Savanah's now finished high on these yellows, so she's going into the other balls. Whereas if she'd gone through with more pace on her first shot, she could have been on them from the underside, and then they wouldn't be opening everything up in one shot. It could have picked it apart. See how quickly Jake jumped out of his chair there. You get the sense he's been waiting for this ever since he missed that straight 8 ball in the opening frame. He's been waiting to get back involved, and he's had to wait about 15 minutes for it.
Yeah, he is champing at the bit. Yeah, this one was always going to be over pretty quickly. As soon as Jake had that opportunity to come to the table, a rapido finish.
That's all he could do, get it done as quickly as he possibly could and try and give themselves some hope. Savanah will be disappointed that she didn't get deeper into that finish at least and killed more of the clock. She'll be disappointed she didn't make the finish, let alone not killing the clock more, but take another, what, 30 seconds, a minute out of it. You're kind of forcing them to have to make the break finish, whereas now 3 minutes on the clock, they've got the chance, if they make a ball, to take a suit, play a good safety, and maybe have another opportunity. You've got a touch of time to waste. The draw's a good result for them, of course. What's the split like? Oh, it's very good. It's very good. Where's the opening yellow coming from? Because you want to be yellows here. You don't want to have to go reds. You can do, though, but you'd a couple on the cushion just to work yourself onto. Problem with that is not going to get good position on their next ball. Once this one drops in the centre, it's going to be a real test of queuing.
Yeah, it was.
That's how you do it, Jake.
Poor guy could have expected nothing less from his first Monday night appearance. They've gone about this beautifully.
That was a lovely pace control there. Really nice.
This would be finish of the night for me, I think, if this goes out. Oh, that shouldn't go in and doesn't. That was a long way off.
Considering the one that she's just made to top left, which was a fabulous bit of queuing, she'll be very disappointed not to make that one.
Yeah, Judging from that facial expression, she is. They stay standing because there's 90 seconds left and they want to be able to pounce at any opportunity should Jaden or Sav fall short. And it's so crucial for Jaden and Savanah that they don't do that, because, well, a win versus a draw changes their night a lot.
Yeah, and you can't help yourself as a pool player of looking for, you know, the finish. When they came to the table, the first thing they looked at, does that yellow pass the red? Or does it pass the red now? But they don't need to. They don't need it to pass the red. They just needed to pot the other 5 yellows and call your extension, and you've won the frame.
Oh, now then.
Didn't need, if that was that tight, did not need to take it on. Just pop the other 3 yellows. I mean, he's perfectly on the one to left centre.
How close is this from Jake? Pretty good.
Don't worry about that red over the pocket.
Yeah.
Pot the other 3 yellows. I'll keep saying it.
Yeah, you've got no earpiece out into the arena, which doesn't help fans of Jaden and Sav right here. That is a pressure yellow that's been nailed by Savanah Lowe. And now with 20 seconds left, Jaden Billingham just simply needs to kind of play a shot and not foul here more than anything else.
Yeah, just play a stun shot double. 𝗟𝗡𝗍𝗏's going to run for, or the yellow will run for a few minutes, a few seconds rather. It's just all over.
It is indeed. They get over the line by hook or by crook in the end. Definitely could have been a little bit easier for Jaden Billingham, Savanah Lowe right at the death there, but they get the job done. And they're all smiles come the end of it. 2 matches, 2 victories for Jaden and Savanah as the debrief begins in the mixed pairs.